Hello and welcome to the Orange Defender. In this video we're going to be looking at the insulation in our cars for noise and heat insulation as well. So Tim here, he is joining us on our Arctic Circle tour, which means a 5,000 mile drive, and having that noise reduction in your car is absolutely essential. It'll also help keep a bit of the heat in as well. So what are we doing? Well, this is his bonnet currently. As you can hear, very tinny, very rattly, very noisy, lets all that engine noise through as well, and we're going to be transforming it to this. As you can hear, it is a lot better. It's a nice dull thud which helps the noise transfer, helps keep that noise in the engine bay. It also though helps keep a little bit of warmth in the engine bay, because when you're going through the Arctic Circle and that cold air is coming through your radiator and your heat from your bonnet transfer as well, that's going to be getting rid of all that heat really fast, and your engine's going to be cooler than what it should be. So how are we going to do it? Well, we're going to be using this here. This is sound deadening material, so it's not specifically designed to keep heat in, but it will certainly help. It's more so designed for sound deadening and noise reduction. It's all sticky back, it's about 1 inch thick, it comes in a big roll, so we'll be cutting this into sections, stick it in the engine bay, and on top of that I'm going to be putting foil tape over the top. That'll help reflect some of the heat and a little bit more noise back down into the engine bay as well. So let's get cracking. Now, as it is a Land Rover Defender, things are nice and easy and simple to remove the bonnet. So first bit is this hinge here. You can either unbolt it from the top, or there's a little circlip here that you can take out, that unclips, and then the bonnet just simply hooks off. So circlips out, get a second person to come and help you, then you can tilt your bonnet back and hook the whole thing off. Yeah? Yeah. Happy days. Right, now the bonnet's off. So as you can see, we've got 4 sections that we need to insulate. These bits here we won't insulate, we'll just leave these as they are, but we'll go into all these sections here and cut our foam pieces to shape. So first job is to clean all this muck off, get rid of any oil, any contaminants, any dust that's going to stop things and prevent them from sticking onto the bonnet, and then we can start looking at cutting our foam to shape. As you see, there's a lot of dirt on here from a lot of years of driving around, a lot of road grime, oil, grease, road dust. So you want to clean it all off and make it look like new, basically. Okay, so we got the bonnet here. The underside of it is all now degreased. We've got all the loose dust off, and there is quite a few blemishes on here just for old age. There's a little bit of rust, there's a little bit of bent metal work around the place. Don't worry too much, we're in the real world here. Ideally we'd say, oh, let's get a new bonnet, etc., paint it all up and make it look absolutely amazing, but you know, for the majority of people that's not realistic. So do the best you can, get it all cleaned up as best you can as well. Make sure that you haven't got any grease on it or loose dirt, and it will stick just absolutely fine. So next thing to do is we'll cut out some cardboard templates and get some shapes here to fill in these 4 spaces around the inside of the bonnet. Okay, so we've got our templates cut out now. I've only got 3 templates, appreciate there's 4, but flip that over, exactly the same on the other side. So we need 2 of those, 1 of those and 1 of those, and that'll be our foam cutout for each piece. So position your cardboard up on your foam as best as possible. You know, we're always trying to waste as little as possible to see how it fits best for you. See if that'll flip over that way. No, it won't, but it will go around that way. So then we can just cut around our cardboard, and we've got a nice easy piece of foam to fit. These wallpaper scissors are great at cutting this as well. Okay, so we've got all of our foam sections now cut up to shape. Now we can start sticking them down. This is the best bit of the job. So the most important thing, obviously, is to get them in the right position, because they are incredibly sticky. Now for the eagle-eyed people, you'll see that I have left a little bit of a gap around the edges. You'll see why in a minute. So just make sure that these are pushed right down into every nook and cranny around your bonnet. The last thing you want is this stuff coming off while you're driving along and it going into your engine and causing a belt to snap or something silly like that. Alright, we've got all of our foam patches in now. Now we can start putting our foil tape across the top. So the foil tape that we're using is ductwork foil tape. It's used for sealing up all the edges around ductwork and when you insulate ductwork, etc. Very sticky stuff, very strong as well when it's in place. So you just cut it out to lengths, peel it back and stick it down. So this will help reflect any heat that's being generated from the engine and push it back down into the engine bay. It'll also smarten up how all this looks as well. So it's got quite a nice visual appeal to it, and it will help keep the insulation in place should it come loose, which it shouldn't. It is extremely sticky stuff. But this is like kind of sticky back tin foil, if you like. So stick it down into place first, and then stick it along your insulation and on the inside of your bonnet. But this bit does take a while, so just have some patience, keep on going. You can get it in wider rolls, but the price jumps up dramatically, so choose this and just spend your time doing it. Depends how valuable your time is to yourself, really. Okay, that's the first section done. Now just got to foil up the rest of them and we'll be finished. But when you do the foil, there is the argument to be had that the foil is going to reflect the sound, so the sound insulation isn't going to absorb as much sound. I appreciate that, but we want to waterproof this foam and we want to make sure that it also reflects a little bit of the heat from coming up into the foam as well. So that's why we're putting it down, and also it helps keeps the foam in place as well. Right, let's crack on and get the rest of it done. Okay, so that's the bonnet all insulated. Now we can get it back on the truck and give it a little test drive. See how good it is. I say that, we know it's good because I did it to my truck last year and the difference was huge. Right, let's get the bonnet back on. Again, two-man job to get this back on. Just watch that bracket doesn't sling down and smack you as we tilt it.
Oh,
it's going to go. Oh!
That in a second.
Okay, my side's in.
I think I'm in. Looks like it, yeah.
You're in, yep. Happy days. Okay, that's the insulation all done. As you can hear from our official tap test, that is a hell of a lot better than before. If we just play the one from before now, you can see the difference is huge. So that's going to help us when we're in the Arctic. It's going to help keep the heat in the engine bay. It's going to reduce the amount of noise that you've got on that 5,000 mile journey, and you're going to be so much more comfortable in the cab. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope that if you've got a Defender, this will help you give some ideas for insulating your engine bay. Anyway, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.